Matt from Sherman House Studio here at the Blanket Fort Records recording space, and I just wanted to show off my new toys and give an overview of them for anybody that's paying attention. Just recently arrived here is the ART PRO MPA stereo tube preamp. Is mine and probably tens of dozens of thousands of others' first quote real unquote tube preamp, and it sounds pretty good with stock tubes. It features gain, of course, an output level, a low cut filter, and variable impedance, which I find very cool, which goes from 150 ohms to 3,000 ohms. Real fun for playing with your rivet mics and your dynamic mics. And of course it runs that way both, and it has a stereo link button, which is kind of cool. It has some cool features with like a plus 20 dB gain, phantom power of course, and you can change the plate voltage from high to low. I'm not sure what those voltages are, but I think the high voltage is 300 volts, which will change the way that the tube sounds, and it has a mid-side coding switch, which is kind of cool. I haven't used that yet. The back has both XLR, it has only XLR inputs, has TRS and XLR output for both channels, and it has a switch to switch it between plus 4 or minus 10 dB to choose your line level. And there it is, and also came in the mail today, a couple days after I got that stuff, are these JRC 5751s from RCA from 1960. I'm going to put those in there, see how it sounds. So far I've gotten a pretty good electric guitar sound. Sounds kind of like a Blues Junior by cranking the input gain up about like that, and adjusting the output level accordingly on high plate voltage and 20 dB gain engaged. And I'm not sure where I had the low cut filter. It was probably somewhere around there. Like I said, the electric guitar sounds almost like a Blues Junior through it. The acoustic, I've gotten a decent sound with my large diaphragm condensers. I'm still playing with getting a decent sound with my AKG, my 70s AKG SC5 CE1s here. I'm getting a real good crunchy acoustic sound by having the gain cranked up, pushing the tubes. I haven't gotten satisfied with my clean sound yet. And one of the mics we did to get a decent sound was something else that's new here, is the Audix CX212B CX212B multi-pattern microphone, 3 patterns, and a bass roll-off that starts at 300 hertz. It's kind of different as far as I know from my other mics, and this thing sounds pretty sweet. And it also came with the heavy-dutyest shock mount I've seen of any of the mics I bought. Not a bad buy for $399 on 8 payments from Zounds.com. The other thing I got was the Warm Audio, much anticipated, the Warm Audio Tone Beast, the TB12. This puppy, single channel, has both direct mic on the front and instrument input. Also has these things on the back. Has a high Z switch for the 1/4 inch input. Has the line level switch, 48 volt phantom power, 20 dB pad, polarity switch, and a high pass filter. It rolls at 70 or 80 dB. I can't remember which. Let's look at the spec sheet and find out. The line input switch engages the TRS line input on the back and disconnects the XLR switches. The high pass filter is bent at 80 Hertz. Alright, but the cool thing about this machine, which makes it fun and interesting, is the tone control. We have two different op amps. An older style X731, which is it's not an X, I can't remember what the number is, and the newer style, the 18, to switch between. We also have a tone knob which adds 6 dB of gain and a bit of crunch. We have two different sets of capacitors, tantalum capacitors and paper film capacitors, I believe is what it is. They're electrolytic capacitors, tantalum and electrolytic capacitors. And then a bypass switch, which allows you to bypass the transformers, one of which is steel and one of which is nickel. And this makes a very noticeable difference in the sound between the steel and the nickel transformers. Then you have a gain knob. You can push the transformers and capacitors and op amps as hard as you want, and then you can adjust your level to your sound card or your interface with the output gain knob, and that's pretty cool. And this thing does it sounds good. I've yet to find something that I don't like. I've yet to find something I really like yet, but I haven't really gotten into a full mix with it yet. I'm sure that I can see how some of the tonal capabilities will be an advantage in making an instrument fit in the mix. So far I've plugged electric guitar into it and gotten some good sounds, and I've run vocals through it just to kind of on a test, and have enjoyed that as well, although I'm not haven't figured out how I'm going to use it yet on the stuff I'm working on right now. But it does do a real nice clean gain and a cool solid transformer crunch distortion sound that is accurate to my ears to a guitar amp. That's my only experience with that kind of distortion before I bought this, so that's why I refer it to that way. But we're having fun with it here at the Sherman house. And there you have it, the PRO MPA 2 from ART, the warm audio tone beast, and the Audix CX212B microphone, which I'm starting to like. I don't think it's going to replace the 4033 anytime soon, but it definitely adds another flavor to the box. Matt from Sherman House, thanks for watching.